All right, guys, college football, 8 weeks in. How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. My Sooners are feeling really good. The question is, how will they go exiting week 9? Manhattan, not an easy place, you would think, to get that victory. First game, by the way, out there without Bill Snyder in Bill Snyder Stadium. So that's a game in the Big 12. And a game nationally, by the way, guys. What about Notre Dame and Michigan? That should be an interesting one in Ann Arbor. We'll preview all of the rest of the games, Big 12 and non-Big 12, next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the show. My name is Harry James. This is the College Football Week 9 picks in 2019. 11 a.m. games inside the Big 12 start on Saturday because there's no midweek games inside the Big 12. So Saturday, right out the gate, here come my Sooners, Boomer and Sooner, still hitched to the wagon, as they will go on the road into the Little Apple at Kansas State. That game will be at 11 o'clock on ABC. No pick in this one. Don't want to sound like a homer whether we win or lose. So there's that. Switch to the 2:30 game on National Fox. Texas will be at TCU. That game will be on National Fox. Kind of torn here. I really like the way that Texas is playing. I think TCU, though, plays really good defense. Texas coming off of a hard-fought win over Kansas. Game on the road, rivalry game. I'm going to pick TCU, but make this thing a little closer than the experts think. But I think that TCU is going to win this one in a more of a rivalry setting, nonetheless. Oklahoma State and the Aggies, they'll try to get back on track on the road at Iowa State. Not a lot of luck there. Remember the game not 2 years ago, but 4 years ago. Remember that game? Or 8 years ago, whenever they won the Big 12. That game, gave up a 21-point lead. I don't think that's going to happen this time, but still a solid Iowa State team. I think Iowa State's going to get them on the road just in the fact that their Spencer is already starting as a redshirt freshman on the road, hostile environment. He's never done it before. Look for Iowa State, to kind of get some punches in that way with it not being that easy on the road. So that'll do it for the 2:30 games. One final game to talk about. 6 p.m. game, the prime time game. Texas Tech at Kansas. Fox Sports 1. They played Texas till the end. Tech, they played Oklahoma State till the end. Then they lost to Iowa State by 10. Don't know what's going to happen where. Look for them to take care of Kansas. But Kansas is going to make this closer than the experts think, as Lee Corso would say. And the two buys this week. The boys from Morgantown, our old buddy Austin Kendall gets to kind of lick those wounds of such a hard-fought loss to Oklahoma. They'll get the chance to do that this weekend. Plus, the Baylor Bears will also have their bye. That's going to do it for the regional Big 12 action. National scope. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, 6:30, Southern Methodist at Houston on ESPN. Look for SMU to continue their winning ways under Sunny Dykes. Friday night, USC at Colorado, ESPN2, 6:30 p.m. The one and only game in prime time from Pac-12 time. And you know what? It's gonna be Hollywood, baby. USC. They're gonna go and they're gonna take care of business at Colorado. That game will be on ESPN2. Get you a good night's sleep, baby. Because you know what? As much as I love my Sooners, that's not going to be the prime apple of the game. Even though it's going to be played in Manhattan, the Little Apple. This is going to be at least for the 11 a.m. games, guys. Wisconsin at the Ohio State University. Game will be on National Fox. Ohio State, I think, is going to get this one taken care of. Iowa at Northwestern, either ESPN or ESPN2. I'm going to go with Iowa. ESPNU will have Appalachian State at USA. That's South Alabama. I'm going to go with Appalachian State. The mirror of ESPN, ESPN2 will be Miami at Pittsburgh. Look for the Panthers to claw their way past the Hurricane in this one. The CBS Sports Network game of the week in the AM slot. Here it is. San Jose State at Army. I'm going to get Army in that one. SEC at a little SEC punch action early. Mississippi State at Texas A&M and their Aggies. I'm going to go with A&M and the SEC. Two Big Ten games. Illinois looks to continue their winning ways at Purdue. I'm going to go with Purdue on that one. On the Big Ten Network. Also on the Big Ten Network, Liberty. They will be at Rutgers on the Big Ten Network. I'm going to go with Rutgers. ESPN3, the final game in the 11 a.m. slot. Bowling Green at Western Michigan. I'm going to go with Western Michigan. Take you a little bathroom break. Get back to in front of the TV at 12 o'clock for Southern Miss at Rice. That one will be on the new ESPN Plus station. I'm going to go with Southern Miss. 1 o'clock game. Nevada at Wyoming. That's going to be on the ATT Sports Network. I'm going to go with Wyoming. Also 1 o'clock, ESPN Plus will have Ohio at Ball State. I'm going to go with Ball State. Little break. 1:30, Western Kentucky at Marshall Stadium Facebook Network. I'm going to go with Marshall. A little bit more of a break to 2 o'clock. New Mexico State at Georgia Southern on ESPN3. I'm going to go with Georgia Southern. 2:30 games. This is the lunch of that was the bread. This is the 11. This is the meat, kind of the potatoes of it. The middle of the sandwich will start on CBS, regular CBS, national CBS. Auburn at LSU and the Bengal Tigers on CBS. I'm going to go with LSU. The ABC game will be Penn State at Michigan State. I'm going to go with Michigan State. The ESPN/ESPN2 game, or ESPN game will be Maryland at Minnesota. I'm going to go with Minnesota. UConn at Massachusetts on the New England Sports Network. I'm going to go with UMass. ESPN Plus will have North Texas at Charlotte. I'm going to go with our old buddy, Seth Petrelli, UNT. The NFL Network, Florida International at Middle Tennessee. I'm going to go with MTSU, Middle Tennessee. ESPN Plus, the new ESPN Plus, Florida Atlantic at Old Dominion. I'm going to go with Florida Atlantic. ESPN2, Syracuse at Florida State. I'm going to go with Florida State. ACC Network, Virginia at Louisville. I'm going to go with Louisville. Arizona at Stanford, Pac-12 Network. I'm going to go with the Cardinal. Big Ten Network, Indiana at Nebraska. I'm going to go with the other Big Red. CBS Sports Network, Tulane at Navy. I'm going to go with the Naval Academy. Akron at Northern Illinois, UNI. That game will be on ESPN3. I'm going to go with Northern Illinois. The ESPN Plus Network will have Central Michigan at Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. They will also have on ESPN Plus Eastern Michigan at Toledo. I'm going to go with Toledo. And Miami, Ohio at Kent State. And I'm going to go with Kent State. All three of those games will be on ESPN Plus. That's because ESPNU has a game 15 minutes later at 2:45. South Florida at East Carolina, ESPN the U. I'm going to go with East Carolina. The Spectral Hawaii Network, 3 p.m. Hawaii at New Mexico. I'm going to go with Hawaii. Also, the SEC Network, South Carolina at Tennessee. I'm going to go with South Carolina. Also, regional television, ACC, NX, their next network. That one will be, let's see, Duke at North Carolina. I'm going to go with the Tar Heels and the Fighting Browns of Matt Brown. Prime time, 6 o'clock. The potatoes of it. You got the bread, you got the meat, now the bread. The bottom of the sandwich. You ready? What about Boston College at Clemson? Go with Clemson. That game will be on the ACC network. The ABC, the game of the week, Notre Dame at Michigan. I like Notre Dame in this one. I think the Michigan's going to have a chance, but they just can't beat the good teams. They remind me a lot of the Aggies of Oklahoma State. They'll play with all the good teams. They'll be there, but they can't beat the good teams. And you know what? Look for that to continue here. Arizona State at UCLA. That game will be on the Pac-12 network. I'm going to go with the Bruins of UCLA. SEC network, Missouri at Kentucky. I'm going to go with Kentucky. And finally, ESPNU, Colorado State at Fresno State. I'm going to go with the Bulldogs of Fresno State. 7 o'clock. One game on the new ESPN3, revamped ESPN3, and that game will be Louisiana Tech at Texas El Paso. I'm going to go with La Tech. Then you're going to get a little break. Go take you a shower, clean off, get ready for bed, put on your PJs, and get ready for some Pac-12 After Dark. 9 o'clock, Cal Berkeley at Utah. Fox Sports 1, I'm going with Utah. 9:15, Utah State at Air Force, ESPN2. I'm going to go with Air Force. And 9:30 p.m., the true Pac-12 After Dark game will be Washington State at Oregon. I'm going to go with the Ducks of Oregon, ESPN. And 9:30, San Diego at UNLV, CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with UNLV. All right, guys, that will wrap it up for this week 9 in college football picks. Don't pick any of these picks to Vegas, but if you do, I'll take some money, man. I'll take some money under the table. Don't mind helping you guys out a bit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can catch this and all my other videos right here on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, Twitter, @HypeManHarry, and on the YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace.